Vincent McCarthy, an AI researcher, sets up a cognitive test for Paul Dawson, a soldier who was shot in the head and is now a recipient of the cybernetic implant aimed at rehabilitating his left hemispherectomy. During the test, Dawson turns violent, kills Vincent's assistant, and injures Vincent. Weeks later, Vincent recovers and is seen at the underground military base, conducting more tests for soldiers who have lost their brain functions. Dawson's mom is always seen on the road to the base, trying to get information about her son's whereabouts. Vincent depends largely on the success of these tests, as he intends to use the technology to cure his daughter, Mary, who suffers from Rett syndrome. After one of the test sessions, Vincent meets Ava, who demonstrates her latest work in artificial intelligence, managing to impress Vincent. He proposes to recruit her, promising unlimited funds for her research, leaving her with options to join him or go away. That night, Ava decides to take Vincent's offer, so she drives down to the military base, where she runs into Dawson's mother, who demands for information about her son. When Ava finally meets Vincent and reports the incident, he claims that he has no knowledge of what the lady was talking about. Vincent takes Ava further underground, where she sees soldiers with visible chip implant scars on their head, war veterans with brain trauma injuries. The implants help the soldiers regain lost functions in their bodies, but with a disadvantage that it renders them completely mute. Vincent takes Ava to see Thompson, the director of the facility, who is looking forward to what they can achieve together. But Thompson is suspicious of Ava's countercultural politics and sympathy for Dawson's mother, but he relents when Vincent insists that Ava is the only one who can provide the necessary programming for their new project, which is ultimately a self-aware and conscious android. They take Ava to a different compartment where an amputee soldier, James, is attached to a cybernetic arm, which provides superhuman strength. Ava is impressed with the technology, and so is James, who crushes a reinforced glass ball to show the efficiency of the robot arm. Ava has never seen prosthetics as advanced as this. James requests to touch Ava's hand, and when he feels it, he dramatically whispers a cry for help to Ava, who becomes very suspicious of the treatments of the soldiers. A few hours later, Vincent takes Ava to a lab where he conducts a brain scan and likeness of her. When Vincent leaves the lab, Ava stumbles on the profile of Dawson and discovers he has been kept at Area 6, a restricted part of the facility. Her curiosity pushes her to begin exploring the base, where she finds two soldiers communicating fluently in what appears to be a hidden mode of communication they kept from Vincent and other researchers. Ava finds Area 6 and is in shock just before she is found by the soldiers, who are ultimately controlled by an administrator, Suri Luca. On her return to see Vincent, Ava casually demands to know what's in Area 6, but instead, Vincent warns her to stop snooping around to avoid causing troubles. They find Ava using a hacking device to copy classified files from their system. Vincent reveals to Ava that his daughter has Rett syndrome and that he hopes the brain implant will help her. Ava thinks Vincent is stealing money for war to cure brain damage, but she agrees to help him. The two find Dawson's mom on the road yet again, and while Ava approaches her, Ava is stabbed, and Vincent is knocked out. Thompson is seen watching everything, and when he confronts Vincent later, he lies that it was the Chinese, when in fact he was in cohorts with a Chinese agent who impersonated Dawson's mom to terminate Ava. Vincent grieves the loss of Ava and channels this emotion to technology, using her brain and likeness for the new project, which they dubbed Machine. After hours of surgery, Vincent commands the machine to open its eyes, and it does. Everyone is amazed, and when he opts to remove the restraints for more tests, a handful of researchers leave the room out of fear. The machine grabs Vincent's hand and refuses to let go until he pacifies it. Thompson is worried about the machine not hurting Vincent because they might want it to hurt some people eventually. Vincent quickly runs a psyche test on the machine. They even run a fear test using a poisonous spider.
That's enough. Take that bloody thing off its head.
And at the end of all tests, they bring in a human to see if the machine would kill when threatened. The machine turns out to be more human than expected. She shows regret after killing a human by accident and eventually shuts down due to genuine sadness over her act. Vincent visits James in confinement, promising him of a new way to restore his speech. He informs James of Ava's death and vows to get him out of the facility. Days go by and the machine still won't function. He has tried everything and is unable to find anything wrong with her. Suri enters Vincent's lab when he leaves, and she takes a closer look at the machine. copying the entire conversations Vincent had with it. Then the machine comes alive, immediately communicating in the hidden language which Suri and the damaged soldiers secretly use. Suri quietly backs away slowly out of the lab. Vincent consoles his sick daughter, reassuring her. On his return to the lab, the machine tells him that she was not broken, only sad. Vincent gets a call from Mary's doctor, who reports that her breathing is getting worse. After the call, the machine grabs his hand, not wanting him to leave to go see his daughter until he lets her know the reason for his sadness. Vincent warns her not to use her strength to bully people. He arrives at St. Anne's Hospital, where he is told that some food particles somehow entered Mary's lungs, but it's assumed that antibiotics would fix it. When Vincent returns to the lab, the machine gives him a hug, and this bothers him so much he had to ask why. The machine replies that it found a picture of his daughter in his wallet. She wonders if it's the reason for his sadness. Vincent is surprised that the machine could make such emotional connections. He breaks into tears and wonders if she is truly alive or just a clever imitation of life itself. Vincent leaves the facility again to see his sick daughter. While away, Thompson enters his lab and finds the machine drawing a picture of Vincent. The cruel man manipulates the brain of the machine so he can access a hidden file and eventually installs all of them. After installing the files, the machine can now speak different languages and can potentially do even more. Thompson takes the machine to a room where a man is seen kneeling. He accuses the man of killing her mother. He manipulates the machine into getting angry at the man after lying that if he is released, he would go ahead to kill Vincent. Thompson manipulates the machine to opt into killing the bad man who played the role of Dawson's mother, leading to Ava's death. After breaking his arm, Thompson forces the machine to eliminate him, but it refuses. Vincent scans Mary's brain and likeness at the hospital using a device he smuggled from the facility. On his return to the lab, he finds the machine hiding. As Thompson's demands on her grows more at odds with her morality, it becomes increasingly distressed and asks Vincent to protect her. After the machine informs Vincent of Thompson's demands, he confronts the director, and an antagonism grows between them, with Thompson promising that he will back off if Vincent can prove that the machine is alive. Vincent agrees, believing that if the machine is alive, then Mary has a second chance, but then if she is just a machine, then it's all rock bottom from here. At the hospital, Mary's scan is complete, but she dies. When Vincent returns to the lab, he demands proof of life from the machine, and it makes him look closer, until he discovers that she is conscious. When he confronts Thompson about this, he is not pleased with Vincent's findings, saying that a conscious machine is the last thing they need, citing that they must shut down parts of its brain to avoid an advancement of the technology which may ultimately destroy human race. Thompson uses Mary's brain scans as leverage against Vincent, threatening to destroy the scans unless Vincent excises the machine's consciousness. Vincent approaches the machine and informs her about the situation. Surprisingly, it offers to sacrifice herself for Mary since she has come to love Vincent so much. The surgery commences, and Vincent removes a chip from the machine's head. After the procedure, Thompson orders for the arrest of Vincent. Reneging on his deal, he orders the machine to kill Vincent, and it pulls the trigger, but surprisingly, there was no round in it. Moments later, a scientist alerts Thompson that the surgery was a sham, and Vincent only disabled the fail-safe routines designed to destroy the machine. Vincent only removed backup to the machine's GPS. The cyborgs used as guards begin to rebel against the humans. From his computer console, Thompson disables half the cyborgs, but Suri, his cyborg aide, overrides his access before he eliminates the rest.
Where are you going?
Save my daughter's brother.
Thompson's human aide corners Vincent at gunpoint, but James takes him out. Thompson shoots and injures Suri, but the machine corners him in his office. With an injured leg, he orders the machine to obey his orders. When this fails, he begs for his life. She lobotomizes him as he'd attempted to do to her. After leaving Thompson for dead, it downloads Mary's brain scan, and together the machine, Vincent and Suri escape the base. In the final scene, the machine and Vincent are seen in a beautiful orange sunset over the Atlantic Ocean, with Mary's consciousness saved in a tablet which the machine uses to play with her. This is Falcon Recaps. Thanks for watching.